beautiful beady besties and my sweet, sweet angels. How are you guys today? Happy Tuesday, my loves. Happy Tuesday. I hope you all have had an amazing week so far. You guys, yesterday was so fun. Joan and I went out to lunch and we also met up with a beautiful new bestie, Miss Marlene. So Miss Marlene, if you're watching, we had so much fun with you, my love, and I can't wait to get together again. Guys, I love that so much. The fact that, we can connect, with some of our beautiful community members can connect, and I think that's so much fun, guys. So if you are in the Knoxville area, and you ever want to hang out or, whatever, just let me know. You can send me an email. You can send me a message on Facebook and we'll get to hang out, my friends. So anyway, guys, I hope you had a great weekend too. Our weekend was fun. I had 4 lives this weekend, so it was a little bit worky, busy, but it was a good weekend. You guys, next weekend, so my birthday is tomorrow, but next weekend I think we're gonna celebrate on Saturday. So, this coming Saturday, and we're gonna drive out to Lebanon, which is like out halfway between Nashville and here, because they just built an In-N-Out burger. It's open and everything. So we're going to go out there for In-N-Out. And since we're going to be halfway to Nashville, I think I'm going to talk the hubster into taking me into Nashville, you guys, because I just love Nashville so much. I just love driving around downtown Nashville and the little easy speaks and stuff, guys, because there are still some of those left out there in Nashville. And I don't know. It's so much fun. It's such a vibe. I love live music. You guys, I'm not a bar person, right, per se, but if there's a good band and they're playing in a bar, then I will go to the bar just to watch the band. But so maybe we'll find some adventures in Nashville. So, but until then, friends, we have a whole show to get to. Let's first pull a card. And let's see what kind of wisdom we have for today. Because you are alive, everything is possible. My friends, I need you to screenshot it, read it, put this in your heart, right? File this away in your brain so you always remember. This is so true. And I am so, so happy and grateful that you all are here with me. All right, you guys. So today I'm very, very, very late to the party today. I still have not opened my Sam's Bead Box, Boho Rainbow. I don't know what I'm doing with myself these days, but it's not work apparently. Oh, but guys, I did work on my Etsy shop too. I'm so proud of myself, y'all. It took me a couple days, but now I have my whole Etsy shop is organized. It's amazing. Anyway, back to the beads. So this is our Sam's Bead Box Boho Rainbow. Now, y'all know I'm a huge, huge fan of Sam's Bead Box, but this one is extra, extra special because this one was curated and themed by our amazing bestie and probably one of my most favorite people in the whole entire planet, Jody Krontz. She was the special guest curator this month, so it's going to be good. Now I know you guys have probably already seen it. I have not. I've seen bits and pieces of projects with some of the beads, but I have not watched a whole unboxing. So this will be a surprise for me as well. So I'm really, really excited. But yeah, let's dive right into this. So Sam's Bead Box is a monthly curated beading subscription. God, words are hard today. And what we get in here is always beautiful, beautiful gemstones. And just the loveliest of all the check glasses. Sam's got it. I love Sam's check. And it's always beautifully curated. Sam does his own custom check mixes and all those beautiful things. So it's always a treat, my friends. So here we are, May 2026, and this is also Jody and I. This is our birthday month. So it's just another little reason why it's so special. Anywho's, let's read it. Jody Krontz of This Beaded Life shares the inspiration behind our collaboration for May 2026. Boho Rainbow. As a kid in the early 80s, I loved watching Stevie Nicks on MTV. I'd see her dancing in flowy dresses and grab a blanket off the couch to mimic her spins across our living room. Dreams and Gypsy were early favorites of mine. Even as a kid, there was something in Stevie Nicks' voice that spoke to me. It wasn't just beautiful, but it was honest. As I got older, I started to understand the stories of the songs and how the music came from real heartbreak. Stevie taught me to be confident, unapologetic, and creative in my own unique way. For this box, I was inspired by Stevie's independent bohemian spirit. Sam, Rachel, and I curated a joyful rainbow of colors in a variety of bold shapes, from the geometry of the carnelian cubes to the soft purple of the bellflowers and the sparkle of the camellias. There's so much to mix and match. I especially love the pendants we found. A purple ceramic flower, a green aventurine donut, and check table cut coins in a special glass mix. I hope you feel a bit of Stevie's creative energy as you design with this box. That was beautiful, my friend. I loved reading that. My mom was, and Jody and I are almost twins. We were both born in May of 1974. And my mom was a huge Fleetwood Mac fan and Stevie Nicks fan. So I too, because we kind of listen to the music our parents are listening to, and that's kind of what forms, I believe, our earliest music opinions and taste and whatnot. But so yeah, I can definitely relate with this. And I know Jody is one of the most amazing people with color. Jody just knows what colors go together, and I know it's going to be a bright, beautiful, colorful box. So that makes me super excited. Here she is, Miss America. Seed beads. Y'all, we got seed beads. Oh, I knew we were going to have some beautiful, beautiful check. Oh, my goodness. Let's do a jumper do, my friends. Oh, there's our flower. So I did see Jody's bracelet with the flower. I'm not going to jumper do the flower out because, oh, look how pretty that is. Yes, I have an idea with the flower, but I did see that bracelet, and I also saw... I caught the end of Sam and Jody's, when they did the unboxing, I caught the end, so I did see that project as well, but I don't remember what it was now, so it doesn't matter. But oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Look at those. Oh, those are those yarn beads, aren't they? Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. I need to control myself and contain myself and go organize to the side. I will be right back, I promise. And we're back. You guys, sorry about this. I burned my finger making garlic bread the other day. What can you do? You guys, this collection is amazing. I knew it would be. I am so impressed. I am so impressed. So let's get into it. We're going to look at our strands first. And I did have the white dish. Oh, there she is. I was so prepared today. Look at us. Okay, so first we're going to look at a beautiful, beautiful gemmy. Look at this rhodonite. So this is a rhodonite box facet cube, 5mm, 20-piece strand. And it's that really pink and beautiful tawny rhodonite. Oh, so, so pretty. I love these cubes. Look how they catch the light. That's so good. Guys, we're starting off strong. All right, next we are going to look at, these are so cute. These are the check glass textured round in fuchsia stone Picasso, 8mm, 15-piece strand. And I believe I also have seen these called yarn balls somewhere as well. I might have actually learned that from Jody, if I'm being honest. Those are super sweet. Look at that. Look at that. You can see that like Picasso in there almost makes that look stone-like. Isn't that, that's fabulous, y'all. Oh, those are so good. Look how they look next to the rhodonite. I don't know what we're going to make, you guys. I'm not sure, but the options are here. Next, we're going to look at a gorgeous little strand of check glass. So this is your check glass fire polish round boho sunset mix, and this is in the 4mm. And you get a 48-piece strand. Let's look at these colors. So we got some of these mustards. Now I have to tell you, you guys know I'm not a yellow girl, but I love mustard yellow. Like this mustardy, like the spicy mustard yellow. Oh, that's the best yellow in my opinion. So I love those. Then we've got some like maybe light red ones and maybe some purple. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are gorgeous. You get so many, 48 pieces. Like that's a lot. I love how they have these stranded. Oh my gosh. This is a whole project right there. That's amazing. And now we're going to look at some check glass that, in my opinion, kind of almost looks like mookaite. It is beautiful. Do you see that? You guys, we do have some mookaite. I'm just a little, you probably already know, but little spoiler. I love mookaite. All right, guys, so this is our check glass diamond ovals in terracotta and yellow silk mix. And these are a 9x5, and you get 8 pieces. And so we get 4 of each, the yellow, and then 4 of the terracotta. Those are gorgeous. Look at all the the lines and stuff. They just look just so pretty. They could almost pass for a gemstone for sure. Like if you were to see this far away, that could almost look like mookaite, right? Oh, that's so good. And it looks good with the pink too. I'm a fan of pink with like brown and yellow. I think it looks pretty. Next we're going to look at some check glass melons, and these look to be in 2 different sizes. So this is the check glass melon mix, the terracotta orange mix, copper, and we get a 4 to 5 millimeter and 35 pieces. So it looks like, you know, we have the bigger ones, of course, are the 5, and then we have the little 4s, and then they stagger back and forth. That's so cute. I love that. You guys know I love stranding and all that kind of stuff. So I really pay attention to those details because that's something I would do. All right. And next okay. Be still my heart, everyone. Wait till you see this. Look at those. Are you kidding me? I need more of these in my life. These are, look at that one. Juicy and delicious and just absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the carnelian kite facet cube heated, and this is a 10 to 11 millimeter 10 piece strand. And guys, when they heat the natural carnelian, oh hello Mike, what happens is some of them will get a little bit darker like that, but it also, when they heat, it helps show these natural bandings within that gemstone. Oh my gosh, these are beautiful. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yes, front and center you go, my love. Okay, guys, here comes the mookaite, and I am not disappointed with these at all. Look at these. They're so gorgeous. And I don't have much of the lavender. I have a little bit of the lavender here, which is fine because I really, like I said, I love these mustardy yellows, and I also love this like rusty mookaite red. Look at this one. It's like split in 2. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to look at each one individually. Oh my gosh, look at that. These are fantastic. Look. Oh my gosh, that looks like a painting. Oh wow, that's so good. Look at these. That's insane. The half. I love that. Half brown, half mustard. That is perfect. And this one has my heart. Look at that one. Y'all, these are so good. Sam. Look at that. Anyway, I didn't even hardly read. I was fascinated. Those are mookaite faceted irregular tubes, 7x9, and you get a 12-piece strand. I highly recommend them. I highly recommend. All right, next we're going to look at some gorgeous little sparkly flowers. Look at those. Ooh, those are pretty. Ooh, did you catch the purple? It's like purple and then it turns like iridescent. Oh, did you catch the blue? Oh, wow. Those are so cool. All right. So these are your check glass camellia flowers in the crystal copper AB. They are 14 millimeter and you get 6 pieces. They're fantastic. I love those. You look really pretty with that check glass mix too. Oh, now we're going to bring a little green into our lives, and I am on board for that. That is a beautiful, beautiful mix of greens. Look at the swirls in there. It's so pretty. That almost looks like aventurine, doesn't it? But it's check glass. That's so wild. I love that. So this is your check glass fire polish rondelle mix in Green Meadows. The little guys are 3x5, and then the bigger guys are 5x7, and you get 22 pieces all together. Sorry. Yeah, those are pretty special. I love that one. Super, super lovely. Those are, I don't know where to put them. Those are fantastical. All right, and next we're going to have another, it looks like a 6mm fire polish mix. So this is the check glass fire polish round summer days mix, and it's 6mm, and you get 28 pieces. Those are lovely colors. Look how they glow on the dish. So we have some beautiful pinks, and what I love too about this, it's a mix of transparent and opaque, right? So we have some beautiful transparent like rose and green, and then we have the opaque in the like the blue and the purple. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. And then we have all of our colors, and it's a very happy strand, right? It makes you, I think when you like have a happy strand, it just makes you happy when you look at it. And this just makes me want to smile. That is so beautiful. Oh, guys, now we have some leaves. Look at the leaves. Can't be bohemian if we don't have leaves, okay? I think there's some kind of unwritten rule somewhere. Maybe it is written. I don't know. It could be, but you got to have leaves. So this is our leaf front drill blue sky mix copper. They are a 9x14 12-piece strand. Oh, look at that. They are colored bicolored. So one side is this beautiful like darker like sapphire blue, and then on the other side it's more of like a grayish cadet blue almost, right? I like being specific with my blues. Let me just bring my lights in so we can, are we seeing the blues? There we go. I would call that like a cadet blue. Like maybe not. I don't know. But they're stunning. And of course they're drilled through the front. So that's a good time right there. Love those. Oh, they even can kind of go with the flowers. I'm digging something here. All right, guys, we still have 2 more strands and then a whole bunch of bag selections. Sorry, I dropped my dish. Everything's okay. All right, so now we're going to look at some Drux, and these are in the Periwinkle mix 6mm 30-piece strand. And so these are a beautiful check glass. We have that mix of the light blue and then a little bit darker blue, a little bit of clear. Also, some of that lighter is also opaque. So that's pretty interesting. I like those. Those are pretty. I love Drux. I think Drux are a lot of fun. Oh, they look really good. These look really good together. I am loving that. Okay. I see what you did here, Krontz. All right, guys, and our last strand is going to be some bellflowers. Oh, they're so precious. So these are our check glass bellflower, purple stone luster, and they are 4x5. 4.5x7. I'm sorry. Millimeters, and it's a 25-piece strand. Look at that color. I like when they do this, right? It's like a slinky. Watch this, like a slinky. Okay, anyway, look at that color. And it's like has that stone-like appearance. Anyway, those are lovely. Super lovely. They look really good with the green, too. Oh my gosh, they do, though. Guys, I'm a big fan of green and purple. That's beautiful. All right, guys, so that is our stranded selection. And as you can see, my dish is full. My dish is full. I'm going to have to kind of move these over here a little bit like so we can share all the love. There they are. Everybody move a little bit over to the side. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate all of your cooperation. All right. So next we're going to look at a couple focals. So our first focal is this green aventurine donut. It is a 30mm 10 millimeter hole, one piece. And this is like a go-go donut because it's like the hole is offset. Oh, that's beautiful. I love green aventurine. Well, guys, I love green anything, but look how beautiful that is. It's not quite transparent, but it's also just barely, right? Look at those beautiful, beautiful little markings in there. You can see they almost look like little spider webs inside. That's just gorgeous, right? Like a little crystal crackle. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. That has to be a necklace. Or, you know, I saw Jody made a bracelet with this next focal. Maybe I could do a bracelet with that guy. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But this is the handmade hibiscus flower, ceramic lavender, 31 millimeters. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's stuck. It had sticky stuff on it. There she is. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Look at that silky, silky color. And it has the like AB shimmer. That is so, so pretty. So I saw Jody made a beautiful like leather bracelet with this. Yeah. But I was thinking of maybe doing a macrame necklace with this. Maybe having like the macrame come up here. And then we could have down here, we could just tie a piece of the Eslon and have some beads. I think that would be so pretty. I don't know if we might make that today. I'm not sure. I want to make something like I'm going to, uh-oh, our power just went out. Was it a power surge? Hold on one second, guys. Okay, sorry, friends. We just had some kind of weird power surge. Probably because everybody in Eastern Tennessee has their air conditioner on because it's so hot. All right, guys. So we're going to look at a couple, maybe two smaller focals. These might also be amazing for earrings. So these are the check glass table cut freeform carved coin and the boho sky mix, and we get two pieces. These are really pretty, and these have a lot of colors in them. Look at that. We've got some of that turquoise. We've got some of that orange brown. We got some yellow in there. Some like that little bit of lavender purple in that one. And then look at all the orange on that side. It's like when you flip them over. Look at that one. Tell me that doesn't look like banded agate. Oh my gosh, God. That's wild. Look at those. Those are so cool. Those look like gemstones. Fabulous. All right, and now we also have this check glass carved bird in the matte turquoise with the bronze, one piece. And if you guys know Jody, you know she loves birds, especially these check glass birds. So this is just so appropriate. Look how pretty. Little turquoise guy. He's so sweet. I would like to maybe add him to this. I wonder, I don't know, but I think that would look really pretty with this flower somehow. I have to think about that one. All right, guys, and next we are going to look at some check glass teardrop in the lavender amethyst 5x7. You get 50 pieces. That's a beautiful little amount of beads. So there they are. And that pretty like purple color, like a light medium amethyst. And they're like the glowy kind too. You see how they like glow in the dish? Those are really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna put them back in their cup and put them right there. We can put, oh, look how pretty that is. I think I might be on to something here. All right, guys, and next we are gonna look at, I keep grabbing the other bags. This is our check glass ornate rectangle matte mustard silk blue, 10.5 by 12 millimeter. You get a 6-piece set. These are really pretty. I like this color combo. This is a cool color combo. I like blue with orange, and this isn't like quite an orange. It's like a mustardy, yellowish orange, but this blue just makes that pop. Those are beautiful. And on the dish. Did I sound like Cher when I did that? No, I can't do it again. On the dish. No, I don't know. I don't think I thought for a second it sounded like Cher. But do you know that Cher and I have the same birthday, which is tomorrow? Incidentally. Yes, I share a birthday with the great one. We're talking about Stevie Nicks in this collection, who was a great one, but can we get a hello, yes ma'am, for Cher? Okay. Happy birthday, Miss Cher, tomorrow, my birthday twin. I'm so excited. Okay. So next we're going to look at a check glass freeform drop in the olive color. This is an 11 by 2, 10-piece set. These, look at that glow. I don't even have to put these in the dish. Holy smokes. Those are gorgeous. Look at that. They like glow. Oh my. Yes, I love those. They look really good with this purple too, don't they? Yes, ma'am. Guys, I am like almost overwhelmed with the beads right now because my brain is like 5 million places. What are we going to do? First, I'm like maybe a gemstone necklace, and now I'm like, oh, I want to make a Jody bracelet, but I really want to make earrings too. So it's like, oh my gosh, this is something. I have all the tabs are open, friends. All the tabs are open, and my brain is computing. So here we have some check glass poppy flower in the orange and fuchsia stone Picasso. Look at those. Okay. Okay. So are they, they are both the same, they are the same color on both sides. So we have two different colors here. Oh, wow. Those are gorgeous. Yes. I can see these on a bracelet with some other stuff. Hold on, I gotta make sure my husband's not choking to death. Okay, friends, and we have our last little bag, and this is our antique copper collection. So usually Sam's is very bead heavy, but we do sometimes get a small collection of metal components. So we're going to take a look at these. Are a feather link. You get 2 pieces of those and a boho layered drop pendant. 2 pieces of those, and these are made in Greece, lead free. Let's look at these. Oh my gosh, these are amazing. Speaking about Cher, right? The feathers are so perfectly Cher. Oh my god, and Stevie Nicks, absolutely. Oh, these are, do they have a slate curve? Well, you could make a slate curve. I could see these being a bracelet for sure. Wow, those are so pretty. I mean, pretty earrings too, but I could really see these being a bracelet, like maybe a wrap bracelet. Oh, and then these are pretty too. Look at those. You know, it's a good idea. I'm going to bring something else in. So we also have a seed bead mix this month, which is great. And you guys know Jody does, she does beautiful seed bead work, and there's nothing Jody can't do, honestly, guys. There's not a thing she can't do. So this, and if she doesn't know how to do it, I bet you give her a week and she'll be a professional at it. So this is the Jody's Boho Seed Bead Mix, and this is the 80 Miyuki rounds, and we have some of those beautiful blues and purples and oranges. Like 2 different blues. Those they're like metallic-y. Oh, those are so pretty. I was thinking we could wire wrap around here and maybe do a little small one of these smaller beads in the middle here, and that would be a really pretty earring. I think that would be a really pretty earring. All right, so here we are. This is the collection, and I want to say that I'm a fan. I'm a big fan here. This is an amazing collection, but I mean, I didn't expect anything, you know, less than an amazing collection, because Jody's an amazing designer. So let me pull you up a little bit so I can, yep, that's up. Cop, what are you doing? You're making him seasick. So I can give you a perusey. Look at those. Oh, the colors. My goodness. This is the extended perusey, guys, because this one deserves the extended perusey. All right, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do the earring idea or if I'm going to do a bracelet. Guys, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to go and consult with the ancestors, and I'm also going to try to dial in my inner Jody and come up with a beautiful design. So we'll be right back. All right, my loves, and we are back. And so I did decide that we are going to make a beautiful pair of wire wrapped earrings. So what you're going to need from the box, you're going to need both of these connectors. You're going to need, I did the flowers in the more orange color because I thought that looked better with these beads. So you're going to need two of those. I also took off two of these smaller melons. You're going to need two of those. And then you're going to need 4 of the purple, 4 of the yellow, and 4 of the 4mm pink. These are the 3 colors that were on that mixed strand. You're going to need 4 of each color. You're also going to need 2 head pins. Now, guys, you don't want a ball head pin. You want a flat head pin because we're trying not to take up too much space there, and I'll show you that in a second. You're also going to want, this is about a 3 to 4 inch piece of 22 gauge wire in the German style, and you're also going to need 2 5mm jump rings and 2 4mm jump rings. Now, I'm going to show you guys the sample, but we're also going to make our own ear wires. So you're also going to need a 20 gauge wire for ear wires, unless you are a 20. I know some friends use 22 gauge ear wires, and that's fine too. This is what we're going to make. Isn't she beautiful? I don't know if this is the front or the back. Let's see. Yeah, that was the front. Okay. Just making sure. Now listen, guys, I'm not the best wire wrapper on the planet. I'm just not. Facts are facts, but I think that's beautiful. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this, and then we're gonna make ear wires at the end. Okay, so you're also going to need 26 gauge wire. Now, a lot of times I'll do this with 24 gauge, especially if the beads are bigger than like a 3mm bead, which these are a 4. But I couldn't find it. And then, of course, after I did the earring, I found it. But that's okay. So we're going to use some 26 gauge wire. And you're going to want about 18 inches of it. So what I'll do is, and that might be a little too much, but I like to have a little tail for wrapping. So what I'll do is I'll just lay my tape measure down. And I will start unrolling. And then also while you're unrolling, you also want to grab your nylon jaw pliers. And before you take it off the spool, you're just going to want to run your pliers down. Make sure we're straightening it a little bit, right? Doing a little bit of that, straightening it out. So it will be 18 inches. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So we're not quite there. Okay, I'll say that's about good right there. Okay, so I'm going to cut that. Now, guys, this is a little, it's a long piece of wire, You probably could get away with like 15 inches, but like I said, I like a tail. So what I'm just doing is I'm just straightening all of this out. And I suggest, I don't wear goggles because I wear glasses, but if you don't wear glasses, I would suggest wearing some kind of protective eyewear because this wire can bounce up in your face. And I wouldn't want that to cause any issues. Okay, so we have that. There it is. And now we're going to take our components. And like I said, guys, I'm not an expert wire wrapper whatsoever. This is just a little inspiration, right? So I'm going to take, and I'm trying to remember, how did I... Okay. And I'm going to take a little bit of a tail here, right? And I'm just going to go ahead and attach it like this. I'm not going to worry about them, how close they are right now, but you do want to leave yourself a little bit of a tail because we're going to put that through one more time at the end. So now we're going to take this side, and you can either take your tail and you can put your tail through the component and then just walk it through. You could do that. Come over here and get that right up against there. Or you can just like push your finger through here and pull it out that way. And I think this is going to be the back. So we're going to start on this side, and this will be the front. So again, I'm just going to kind of push this through. You want to do this about 4 or 5 times, right? And you're going to boogie that up right next to the other wraps. Boogie it on up. All right, now this will be our, I think that's enough. I think we can start adding beads now. And we'll do one more. Okay, and then pull that tightly. Now we're going to add our first bead. So, oh, also be careful you don't get some kinks. Sometimes it's easy to get kinks in this wire. So if you get a kink, you can just kind of bring your nylon jaw pliers out and try to get that kink out, right? Try to smooth that kink out as best as you can. And it should be okay. All right, so we are going to start out with purple. It's like a lavender purple. We're going to drop that down, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of turn this bead on its side a little bit, and we're going to just pinch it right up against those wraps, and I'm going to hold it with my finger as I take this wire and pull it through, right? And now I'm going to take this wire and I'm going to bring it all the way over and under, right? As close to under that bead as you can. You have that. And then we're going to just wrap 3 more times. You can put as many wraps in there as you want. I just think like 3 or 4 always looks really nice. And again, and if they're not right, if the wraps aren't right up next to each other, that's okay. We can fix it and I'll show you how. But right now I'm just worried about making sure that this guy is on here good and secure. You can use your fingernail to push them up next to each other. You do want to use some tension in your wire, right? You don't want to pull it too hard to where you might possibly break your wire, guys, because this is 26 gauge wire. It is breakable. So just be careful of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my pliers and I'm going to squeeze those wraps together on both sides. See how pretty that is? Okay. And I'm just going to slide this up and make that a little bit tighter. I think that's 4. Well, I'm going to do 1 more just because it's fun. Oh no. That was the elder saying, excuse me, ma'am, we didn't okay that one. That's an extra wrap. We didn't say you could do that. I probably shouldn't have, but it's okay. We'll squeeze them. We'll squeeze them up here and you won't be able to tell. All right. So now we're going to add our next bead, which is yellow. Okay. Drop that guy down. Yeah, by the way, sorry about that. I meant to say I had to consult the elders earlier, and I said ancestors. Oh, there's a little fly. What are you doing, sir? Can you please stop? Go over here. Thank you. But anyway, they were... they wanted to let me know that they preferred elders instead of ancestors. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to blow this little fly away. Because ancestor sounds too old. That's what they said. So the elders they are. All right. So we're going to do the same thing here, right? We're going to hold this down on its side and we're going to pull this up from behind. And then we're going to scoot it right under that bead. And then we're going to do a nice tight wrap. And then we're going to go right into our next wrap, right under that wrap, nice and tight. Okay. This will be our 3rd wrap. And then we're going to do 1 more. Now I am trying to let's see, make sure these are all nice and tight. Again, you can kind of move these around with your fingers a little bit. Bring your pliers in and get those guys nice and tight. And like I said, you can also use your fingers. I think I am going to do 1 more wrap here. Okay. All right, so now we're going to add our last color. Make sure they are sitting nicely next to each other. And that's going to be our pink color. Oh, that's the melon. We don't want that yet. We're going to do pink. Okay. So we're going to take this guy, and again, we're going to kind of lay him on his side right there, right next to those wraps. And then we're going to bring this in. Okay, and then we're going to push that right up against and then wrap again. Okay. You want to use a little bit of tension, but you don't want to be like Hulk smashing your wire because it will break. All right, now I'm going to do this a couple more times, and then we're going to do something interesting that I usually mess up. So if I mess up, it's okay. There we go. So I had wraps on top of each other. Okay. All right, so one more wrap. Okay, and here comes the move that I always mess up. Okay, so we're gonna get here, and we wanna create a little loop here, right? Hold on one second, guys. Okay, sorry friends, it is hot in here and I'm sweaty. So here we go. We're gonna take our wire and we're gonna grab either your round nose pliers. You can grab your these are the step bail making pliers. You can grab your memory wire loopers, whatever you got that has a mandrel that's one size, because we want to keep our loops the same size. Now I don't know why, but for some reason this little loop I made is just teeny tiny. Like usually I make a bigger loop than that, but that one came out really, really small. So we're just gonna have to roll with the punches and keep this one small. So actually I'm not gonna use these because it's not the same size. So what I'm gonna do is, this is like, I'm gonna go slow guys because I always mess this part up. So you're gonna stick your tool in here, right? Yeah. And then you're gonna have your wire going on that side. Wait, hold on. How do we do this again? Oh, okay, I know. Guys, I told you this is the part that I always get mixed up in. Okay, I was holding it wrong. You're gonna hold it right there, like so. And then you're gonna take your wire and go around this mandrel here, right? And it's gonna cause this little curve. And then we're just going to take this wire, and now I'm gonna feed the tail through the body and just walk it through, holding this with my finger, and then we're gonna size up how big we want that loop to be. Okay, just walk that through. Okay. So obviously that's gonna be too big. So I'm gonna make that one a little bit smaller. Just gonna shape it with my fingers. Okay. Okay, and then this loop is here. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold that down, and then I'm going to wrap. And that's not the best loop either, but it's small like the other one, so that's what we'll do. Okay. So, oh wait, did we go around the right way? You guys, I think we went around the wrong way. Shoot. Because we're supposed to be coming from the outside into the inside. Okay. So let's just shape that again, shall we? Right over our mandrel, creating that loop. I thought I did go from the inside, from the outside into the inside, but I don't know. That was weird. Let's try this again. Okay. Oh no. And it's okay. It's okay. We can shape it again. Look at that. Just look at this. We could just put our tool right back in here. And now we're on the right side, right? So now we can shape that and pull that up. There we go. And we're just going to make this a little bit smaller to match the other one. There we go. Okay. Right. Okay. Now we're going to push this back through. Okay. I would now, you know what? I think I was doing it right the first time, but I wasn't trusting myself. So we're just going to weave this back through. Oh, maybe I didn't. I don't know if that's right, friends, but it's okay. Because look, there's a little there. We've created the loop. That's all that matters. We've created the loop. I always, because it's like the transition. I always mess up the transition. Okay. One more wrap. We're just matching wraps from that side, and we have a couple there. So we're just going to keep on going. Like I said, guys, I'm not the best at this. So you guys probably know how to wrap better than I do. But so this is just an idea, right? It's just an idea. All right. That looks like that matches about. Maybe just one more. Okay. Just try not to get your wire mangled with each other. Okay. All right, so now we're going to drop our first bead on, and if you have to as well, as you're working and you need to do this every so often, you go ahead and do that. All right, so our next bead, and we're just going to copycat, so our next bead is going to be the pink bead. So we're going to drop the pink bead on. Okay, and again, we're going to lay him up on his side a little bit. Just like so. We're going to take this and we're going to go in through our loop. Right? Okay. And then we're going to boogie that on up right underneath and then wrap. Right? Keep that in place. And then we're going to just keep doing our little wraps. Right? However you're comfortable doing them. Sometimes when the tail gets smaller, it's just easier to put the tail through. Just make sure you're not getting it all tangled in there. Okay. And then we'll put a bead on this one. Again, making sure that those wraps are nice and tight. You can come in with your pliers, but they all look pretty good. All right, so now we're going to drop on yellow. Drop on yellow. And again. Oh, this side. Sometimes I always forget which side I'm holding it. Okay. And we're going to turn this guy on its side. Kind of push him up a little bit. Position him. And then we're going to take that tail and thread it on through. And then I'm going to walk this down a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to push that with my thumbnail under, and then I'm going to bring this right around. There we go. Okay. Make sure they're not on top of each other. Use your thumb, use your tools, whatever you need to use. All right. Try to make sure that they're pretty even and they look pretty good. This one just needs to be a little bit tighter, but when we add these next two wraps, it will tighten everything up there. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to add our purple. So we got that. Okay. Now we're going to add our purple. Okay. Then we're going to lay him down on his side. And then kind of push him up there into place. And then we're going to take our wire. Oops, I almost went on the wrong side again. We're going to lead that through. Come over here. I'm going to pull him down into place and then wrap. Okay, again. Sorry, I'm getting quiet, guys. I'm like concentrating. I'm always like, I think I did too many wraps in there. I'm always, yeah, I kind of messed this section up here a little bit. Because I didn't leave myself enough room. So I'm going to see if I can move these on down a little bit. And kind of push. See, they're just going to lay on top of each other now because we're at the end. And I didn't give myself enough space, but that's okay. We're still going to make that look good, right? That still looks okay. Okay, now it's getting a little bunchy. Or maybe it doesn't go up. I don't know, but oh, because it's irregular shaped. Oh. Okay. Well, that makes sense, I guess. That's all right. That's okay. All right. So this is the front of this one, right? So now we have to decide which one. Is this the front or is this the front? I guess it's whichever side you think looks better. Okay, so I'm thinking this side is the front. Right? I don't know. I guess that side's okay. Do they look the same? We're going to make it so. Okay. So, which is good. Actually, and I'm going to push this. I'm going to pull this out one more. We don't need that many because it's all bunchy. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut this. And I'm going to bring in my little snippers. Actually, I'm going to take one more out. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to snip that. Making sure you're not cutting anything else. Because I do that. I've been known to do that. And then what I like to do is you can take your pliers here, right? And kind of find that and push that down a little. And this will be the back. So what I like to do is just push this one down a little bit more. And then what I like to do is take my nylon jaw pliers and I'll kind of come over here and I'll just press them down right along where I think that tail is until you don't feel it. And I still feel it a little bit here. So I will take this, and since the tail is going around this way, I will take this and I will start here and then I'll kind of like go around. Start here and then push it. And then I can't really feel that anymore, right? She is flat, okay? And then we're gonna do this one. So again, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna snip that. And then we're gonna bring these in and kind of press them down, right? So where you can't feel, this is really bad. Don't look at that. I messed that side up so bad. Oh my gosh. It's all right. I'll redo it, but you get the general idea. So that's what we have. All right, so that part is done. The rest is easy peasy. So first we're going to take our head pin and we're going to put our little melon on. And why you don't want like a ball head pin is because, are you guys down far enough? There we go. The reason you don't want a ball head pin is because there's not going to be probably enough room, because we're going to just center her in here. So yeah, so we're just going to make a simple loop, and I'm going to go ahead and bend this down, and then we're going to cut, and we want a relatively small loop, right? So we're just going to cut about there and get around those pliers. I think we're done with that guy. And we're going to bring them all the way down here at the tip. And we're going to start rolling. We're going to just roll an itty bitty loop. Oh my gosh. Did you see that, guys? Hold on. My goodness. That's like a Frankenstein. Look at that loop. That's terrible. It's because it's so little. It's because it's so little. I'm going to come in here and break it. And that will be fine. Okay, just needs a little work. All right, make sure there's no daylight in there. And then what you want to do is you kind of want to drop it in there and make sure that it will fit. It looks like that will fit. That will be fine. If you don't think so, you can make this a little bit smaller somehow. And now what we're also going to do is we're going to make this component as well. I'm wondering, should we do the drop? Let's do this part first. Okay, so this is our like 3 to 4 inch piece of this is German style, guys. It's 22 gauge. You can use your craft wire if you'd rather. And we're just going to make a knotted head pin. You know, we do that all the time. So I'm going to take my wire and make sure it's not sticking out of my plier, because if it is, it will make like a little burr at the end of your knot. We're going to go around the pliers once. We're going to go around the pliers twice. And then when we see that coming up, the third coming up, we're going to push that a little past. I'm going to make a little bend here and then go up. So then this is what you have, like a little foot. And you're going to take this and you're going to bend this down and put this wire through that coil, so it looks like a little lasso or like a thought bubble. And then we're going to grab our nylon jaw pliers and we're going to put that right up against there. Right, just right up against there. And then we're going to take our bent chain nose and we're going to pull. Don't start it like you're ripping a lawnmower, just pull it gently. And sometimes I like to go up and down a few times like so, just to make sure it's nice and straight and my knot is nice and in there. Then I'll run my finger across and it just makes this cute little knot. And make sure when you run your finger across, there's nothing sticking out. Okay, and then we're going to take our flower. Are they the same? Yeah, so we're going to put the little fat side down like so. And then we're going to make a wrapped loop. And I'm going to go this way since our loop on our component is going this way. And I want a little bit of a wrap detail, so I'm going to go up a little bit on my plier. I'm going to bend that. And then we're going to make a loop. And this can be a smaller loop. Okay, and then we're going to come back here and we're just going to line everything up, right? We want to make sure that our loop is looping and looking good. I don't know why that looks like that though. Sir, why are you looking like an egg? What did you do? I don't know what happened there, but that's okay, friends. That's okay. We'll fix her. There we go. Fix her right along with all the cat hair. So now we're going to open that loop up and we're going to thread it through this small loop that we made with our tulle. And then that's just going to lock right into place. And then we're going to close this loop. What in the world? And then we're going to put our pliers here, right at that loop. And I'm going to switch hands. Okay. And here we go. And now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to start wire wrapping. And we're going to make nice coils. And as you'll see, this flower will spin into place a little bit. There it goes. So it's really, So it's really kind of, it's steady in there, right? Sorry if I was off camera, my goodness. You think this was my first video. Okay, I'm just going to open that up a little bit because we still want to have room to tuck our dude in here, right? So now we're going to take these pliers and we're going to very carefully come in here and we're just going to go around. Then we're going to take our tip and just go around, closing any seams. There we go. Now that's pretty seamless. Looking good, looking good. Okay. And like I said, our flower should stay in place. And now we're going to do our drop. So first we're going to take the 5mm jump ring. And we're going to open that guy up. Okay. And then we're going to put our drop right on that guy. And then we're going to take this and put this on this part of the component. Okay. And then we're going to make sure that is very closed. Okay, and then we're going to drop that down. And now we're going to pick up the 4mm. So this is a little jump ring math because this jump ring is going around this way and our ear wire will be going around the same direction. So we need this little go-between to make sure that all of our things line up. And he's just going to go right on top. And that jump ring, and do you see how that just hangs in there really pretty? Right? Look how pretty that is. I love it. You guys, thank you for sticking with me on this one. Like I said, the wire wrapping projects, they I get a little intimidated, but you know, I don't let the intimidation make me say no. I still do them anyway. And if they suck, they suck. But I think this one came out pretty good. All right, so there we have it. And now we have to make some ear wires. We don't have to, but I kind of want to. So I'm going to put those to the side. And for our ear, we're just going to make very simple rudimentary ear wires. I just wanted something to match that wire. So you're going to need a block. I have this metal block. You're also going to need a hammer. Y'all, don't be making fun of my little baby. Whack a hammer. I know she's small but mighty. She's small but mighty. Okay. You want to have a nylon jaw on there, though. Unless you want texture. Listen, you do your ear wires how you want. I have some 20 gauge wire here, so let me go ahead and cut a piece of this. And we want about, I'm going to say 6 inches. Well, maybe 5. We'll do 5 inches. Because you don't need that much for simple ear wires, right? All of my tools have fur on them. What is going on? I have too many cats. Kyle, hush your mouth. Is that such a thing? No. All right, so let's measure this piece of wire. We're going to measure it at about 5 inches. Okay. And there we have that. And now we're going to cut this at about the center part. It doesn't have to be exact because we can cut them to match. Okay, that looks about centery. And then we're going to put them next to each other and see how far off I was. Pretty far off. That's okay. But I'm just going to cut them all again because we do want flush ends on both sides. Right? We want these nice flush ends on both sides. So I'm going to carefully turn these over and then make sure they are still even. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to cut this side. Okay, so now they match. All right, so what we're going to do is I am going to use my step bell making pliers for this part, and I'm going to go on this. This is the largest mandrel. I'm going to go the second to largest, I believe. I don't know. Should I go the largest? I mean, they are pretty big earrings. Maybe we'll do the largest. And I'm going to stick them in here, make sure they're even. And I'm going to go about, halfway, like right there. Okay. Making sure they're still even. This one's a little off. Okay, there we go. And then this is the bigger one, right? Yes. And then we are going to just bend down this way. Okay. And then we'll have this little bit of a loop here. All right. All right. So, I wonder if we should cut them a little bit. Are they too long? Okay. I'm just going to trim them a little bit. Just a little bit. And also so they're really even. Okay. So I'm just going to trim these a little bit. Not like that, Kyle. That was much better. Okay, so this will be the front. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our bail making pliers, and I'm going to use the smallest, right? And I'm going to roll that up. Okay, and I'm just going to roll that up. This one might need to be rolled a little bit more. Okay. So then that's what we have. Right? And then we're going to come over here. And, oh, those are pretty. I'm glad I went with the bigger mandrel. I'm just going to push those down a little bit. So they're like that. And now I'm going to work on them each separately. So I'm going to cut a little bit of this. So what I like to do is I like to put my cutter right here at the end. So I'm always measuring the right, you know, the right little distance there. We're going to cut that, and I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So they're going to go right up here. I'm going to line that up with my plier and cut that one. So that's what we have. And now we can just, I'm going to push this in just a little bit like that. And then I'm going to grab these pliers and I'm going to just tip this up a little bit. Like so. And there go. They're just a simple little ear wire. Nothing crazy. Right. They might actually be small. I don't know. I think they look pretty good. I think they look pretty even to me. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to work harden. And then we're going to do the fun parts, which I totally forgot to bring my drill over here, but that's okay. So guys, I'm going to work harden. So I'm going to be banging. So it's going to be a little loud, so I'll give you a thumbs up when I'm done, but we're just going to work harden these real quick. So let's begin. And I'm going to keep my finger here and I'm just going to go around and work harden this guy. You can also use a Sharpie as a mandrel. You can use artistic wire mandrels, dowels, whatever you have that you think will make a nice hook. These are a little bit on the small side, but that's, like I said, that's okay. Because the earring is kind of a statement in itself, so it's okay to have a little bit smaller ear wires, okay? Now I'm just gonna, oh! There's a mosquito in here now. Where are they coming from? I'm just gonna do the loop. Oh my gosh, y'all. Why does this look so dark? Okay, now we're gonna flip them over and we're gonna do the same thing. It is getting buggy in here. And hot. Hot and buggy. Oh my gosh, there he goes. Sir, can you go? Go. Oh my gosh, y'all see him? Don't pay him no mind, because that's what he wants. He wants the attention. All right. Did I flip this one over? I'm not sure. So just in case I didn't, let's just do this real quick. And then flip it over. Watch your fingies too, guys, because I just got my fingy a little bit. Look at that. Look, I just got it. You see that? That's okay. Listen, if you're not shedding a little DNA every so often while you're making jewelry, are you even doing it right? Okay? You know what I mean? All right, guys, that's enough. So we'll stop there. And then we'll look and we'll see how they look. Do they look pretty even? This one maybe needs a little bit more curve. And let's see. I think this one looks a little bit. Let's do this. Cheat a little bit here. Okay, that should match us up a little better. Oh, perfect. All right, guys, let me grab. I have to look behind me. There's Mike. Let me pause while I grab this stuff real quick. All right, friends, and we're back. And this is my method of torture. This is my choice of medieval weapons. But you can also use a metal file. You can use your Dremel. You can use a manual burr, which is the same thing as this. So basically, this is a little burr there, and we put that on the end of the wire like this. And see how it's kind of like shardy? I don't know if you can see. See how it's not exactly smooth, right? So what we do is we have to burr this down. We have to like put that little piece in the burr. And this is battery operated, and it kind of does it for you, which I love, because I'm not saying I'm lazy, but I'm not saying I'm lazy. So you just kind of go around, and the ear wire will get a little warm, so don't let that freak you out. we're just doing this. And this is actually, I like this part. This part's therapeutic for me. But see how we're starting to round that wire out and it's not so jaggedy. So I will show you a comparison of this one to the other one. And I'm sorry this tutorial is so long, guys. It's just, you know, nature of the beast. And tomorrow I'm going to let you guys know. Okay, let's look at the difference. We're going to do a birthday bash because you guys have been sending me. Look, do you see the difference? The bottom one is like kind of shardy and the top one is round and beautiful. There you go. You should be able to see that. So we're going to do the same thing with this. Because you guys have been sending me so much love. I got love mail from Beautiful Laura and Beautiful Kristen and Chrissy. And who else? Oh, Christy. Our other, so we have Chrissy. And then we have Christy B. Christy with a T. But we're going to call Christy B. And the B stands for beautiful. So this way we don't get confused about Chrissy and Christy. They're both besties. Guys, did I tell you about my lunch? I think I told you about it, right? I met Miss Marlene. Joan and I had lunch with Miss Marlene. Oh, it was so much fun. I bent this a little bit. That's okay. Let me just... There we go. It was so much fun. I love doing that. That's like a dream. I would love to just get into like an RV, like a little house on wheels, and just go and drive around the country, visiting bead stores, going to Shinedown concerts, and meeting all of you. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Guys, I'm telling you, we keep playing the Powerball. It's bound to happen. All right, guys, and we're getting there. I'm a little particular, so I will go and come at it from different angles. Did I say you could use your Dremel? You could also use your Dremel on the with the sanding wheel. I've done that. If you're gonna use a file, I would suggest either a glass or a metal file, because the paper files I find I always shred apart and rip up. And it will sometimes take the finish off of your wire a little bit, and that's okay. I think I got a little too crazy. I did something here where, that's probably from where I rebent that. It just looked a little different. But it's smooth. Okay. So there we go. So both of our are smoothed out. And they are ready to go on. So we're going to move that big old dude. And then we're going to bring our earrings down. And we are going to open these like we would any other ear wire, right? And they should open, I mean, you're work hardening them, but they should still open fairly easily. Not real easy, but okay, we're going to put that, we're going to hook that 4mm jump ring in there somehow, some way. Oh, sir. I know you open big. It's open enough. There we go. Oh my goodness. And then we're just going to close that. Now, like I said, you can make any kind of decorative ear wires. Danielle, oh, you guys, if you haven't seen, Danielle made, I don't know if it was this past Saturday or last Saturday, but she made some gorgeous handmade ear wires. And I want to go back to that video and learn how to do them, because they looked a lot better than these hot messes. But guys, to be fair, I do earrings. I do ear wires all different ways. Sometimes I just do them simple like this. Sometimes I put beads on them. It really all depends on how I'm feeling that day. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this organized. Okay. Wait, is this the front? No, this is the front. Okay, that's the front. And then we're just gonna, oh shoot. There we go. Man, I thought that was never gonna happen for us. All right. Okay, just give them a little work hardening in there. You guys, look how pretty. These are so pretty. I love them. Look how pretty. So boho and just so much fun. You guys, let's put them on the dish and give us a perusey. What do you guys think? Do you like them? I hope you like them. Like I said, the ear wires could be a little bit better, but that's all right. We're not going to worry about it. Here we go. Oh my goodness. I love them. So cute. All right, my loves, that is all for me. Tomorrow, guys, like I said, I have a lot of fun packages to open. I'm probably going to I'm probably going to film multiple videos, because I think if I were to do everything in one video, it'll be like 9 hours long. And I don't know if either one of us is ready for that kind of commitment yet. You know, I'm just saying, we're just taking it slow. We're not ready to move in yet. Okay, loves? Not saying it won't happen, but just not right now. Okay, my loves. So this is your Sam's Bead Box. I will leave all of Sam's information in the description box. You can also use code VIP5 for $5 off your first box if you subscribe with that using that code. And yeah, I love Sam's is one of my favorites. I'm never disappointed with Sam's Bead Box. So I think it's probably one that you guys would really love if you're looking to get into a new bead subscription. All right, my loves, that's all for me. I will see you guys tomorrow. Keep planting your magical beans and keep being amazing, awesome you guys, and always be kind, right? Always be kind. Love you so much, guys. Bye. Hey guys, it's Call again. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be honest with you, friends. I did not love these ear wires. And also the jump rings. I was editing the videos, and if this side looks a little shinier, I just put on a fresh coat of the Sally Struggles, and I was gonna do my birthday nails, and I got to thinking, and then I started arguing with myself about this ear wire. Not only the design, because it just looks like a little baby ear wire, but also, you know what, guys, we don't need all of these jump rings. So I could have just left it the way it was, and you know, don't get mad at me, guys, for cutting the jump ring. But it's just easier. So here's our little drop. So I redesigned my ear wire because, and I got rid of the jump rings. Why do we need the jump rings? We don't need the jump rings. This is just as beautiful without all of those jump rings, and that's a much better design. So I fought with myself, and then I said, yep, self, you're right. And guys, the one thing that I will never, ever do with you guys is call it in, right? And what I mean by that is if I think of a better way, and there's still a chance for me to let you guys know that, I'm going to let you guys know. So I'm not going to ever call it in and just think, well, I guess that was good enough, right? Because I have a better idea now. All right, so I have about a 2-inch piece of the same 20 gauge wire here. I am going to use these bail making pliers, and I'm going to use this mandrel. And I want to basically make a loop that's big enough that will fit around that comfortably. So I've decided that that is the one to use. And you have to make sure you're on the right side. Okay, and we're going to make a simple eye pin here. So it's just, we're making sure that no wire is sticking out, and then we're just going to go and we're going to keep turning until we make this fun shape P. And then we are going to bring our pliers in right here at the crook. I'm going to put my thumb here, and I'm going to rock this back. And what that does is center it, right? So that's what we have. And now we are going to get this tool again, and we're going to go on the biggest mandrel, which is this one. And we're going to put this, and I am doing it purposely with the open side towards this way. So this way, when we bend the earring, we'll bend the earring going, if I can get it in there, going this way. And so then when we put it on, you won't see any, it just looks like one, like the earring is made in, like the earring is made into the, you know what I'm saying? It just like melts in there. Okay. I know that wasn't even English. I'm not sure if that was English, but anyway, so there we go. We have our thing in there, and then we're on that side. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to, oh, You also want to take this out. I'm going to take this out just about right there. I'm just going to take it out a couple, just like a little quarter smudging of an inch right there. Just because I want a little bit of a longer ear wire. Now, if you wanted a shorter ear wire like this, you could put it right up against there, but I do want a little bit of a longer earring. So we are giving ourselves a little bit of room here. And then we're just going to take this wire and we're just going to go around our tool. Okay. And that's what we have. And I know it looks a little funny. Usually the loop will go on this side, but I just kind of wanted this to be seamless, right? I wanted that to be seamless, and that's okay. We're going to break this neck too. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our pliers and we're going to put it right here at the neck of that loop, and we're just going to bend up a little bit. We're just going to just break that, and see, it's like seamless. So you won't see where this is cut. Okay, and then we're going to cut this part. Now I'm going to go here and measure. Okay, and now I'm just going to take it down just a little bit, probably right there. Again, because I want a little bit of a longer earring. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this about right there. And we're just going to flip that up. Okay. So this is what we're looking like, and they are looking pretty matchy to me. Okay. And we are also going to just go ahead and, well, we'll just leave this loop alone for now. We're going to work harden now because that is part of the process. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and pause it while I work harden, and then I'm going to also do the burr, and then we'll be right back. All right, friends, and she is work hardened, and then look how smooth we got that. Looking nice and smooth and round. So now we're going to take our little guy here. We are going to open this a little bit, well, enough to get all of our stuff on, just to the side. We just move it to the side. We are going to drop our little drop on first, and then we're going to put this on like this. Kind of snap that into place, and then we're going to close it back up, right? And then we're just going to make sure that nothing will slip out. There we go. And there you go, guys. And now we just have one piece. We don't have any jump rings. We have a little bit bigger of an ear wire. And I just think that works out a little better. So thank you. Thank you for sticking with me, you guys. It's just, if I'm not happy with something, I'm not happy with it. I can only fake it and make it. Fake it until I make it with certain things. But when it comes to things like this, and I have a certain, responsibility for teaching you guys the right way and not just like a half-assed way. I don't know. I didn't like those ear wires. I don't know. But all right, my lovelies, there they are. I will, again, keep planting your magical beans, keep being kind to yourselves and each other, and keep being amazing you. I will see you tomorrow for our birthday palooza. What do we think about that, guys? Wrong one. Yes. Okay. Love you guys. Peace. Bye.